The Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers says there are many similarities between Sophie Wessex and Meghan Markle with the causes they support, and Sophie will benefit now that Meghan is no longer a working royal. Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, will undoubtedly benefit from Meghan Markle's decision to quit the royal family, a royal expert has said. This week, Sophie has been on a 4-day solo tour of New York City, where she has taken part in a wide range of royal engagements. Many have related to promoting women's rights, and she gave a speech at the United Nations on Tuesday about the lives of women in Afghanistan. This mirrors some of the work that had been carried out by Meghan, who was also a huge advocate for women's rights. And the Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers told True Royalty TV's The Royal Beat it is clear to see that Sophie and Meghan share the same interests. He said, "The similarities between Sophie and Meghan are there to be seen. Sophie's working with girls' education, she's done a lot of stuff about violence against females in Africa. Are the Instagram generation going to be as obsessed with Sophie and Edward Wessex as they are with the Sussexes? Obviously not. However, when you're dealing with them, Sophie's really across her subject matter. It's not just for show. With the Sussexes not here, the Wessexes will undoubtedly benefit." Sophie has seen her profile as a royal rise in recent years and has even been described as the firm's secret weapon. It was previously reported that in the wake of the Harry and Meghan quitting their royal roles to set up home in the US, the Queen appealed for calm and the return of a back-to-basics attitude among the family. And Sophie is among the new so-called Magnificent Seven royals that also includes Prince Charles, the Duchess of Cornwall, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Prince Edward, and Princess Anne. On a personal level, Sophie is also said to be very close to her mother-in-law the Queen. The monarch has invited her to travel to several church services together, and they're said to watch old movies together. Her Majesty is also extremely close to Sophie's children, her youngest grandchildren, Lady Louise Windsor and Viscount James. Sophie, Countess of Wessex, has given a heartfelt address at a very important event in New York City, and her outing holds strong links to the philanthropic work of another famous royal, Meghan Markle. During her address, Sophie said that while the world's attention has turned to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the crisis in Afghanistan has not gone away and the effects are worsening daily. She added, "The Taliban would have us believe that they are allowing citizens to go about their normal activities. We know that this is not true. So while we welcome their announcement that they have committed to reopening schools to girls this month, and the return of some women to university, what we know is that the rights of women and girls have worsened. Women's rights and equality are high on Sophie's agenda, and she publicly committed herself to support the UK's work helping victims of rape, sexual violence and exploitation in war in 2019. Sophie has also worked to promote women through the Women's Network Forum, which she founded in 2014 to boost gender balance in the workplace. Sophie's attendance at a UN event this week draws comparisons to the charitable work of Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, in a number of ways. Meghan has worked extensively with the UN, both before and after joining the royal family in 2018. And like Sophie, Meghan has long advocated for women's rights in her philanthropic work. In 2014, Meghan was appointed as a UN Women's Advocate for political participation and leadership. Speaking at a UN event in 2015, Meghan said, "Women need a seat at the table, they need an invitation to be seated there, and in some cases, where this isn't available, well then you know what, then they need to create their own table." The Countess of Wessex's visit to the Big Apple this week also draws parallels to Meghan's short trip to New York last year with Prince Harry. In September 2021, the Sussexes visited the United Nations in New York and met with UN Deputy Secretary-General Amina Mohammed. Sophie is completing royal duties in New York for 4 days this week, but her royal schedule will remain busy over the coming weeks as she prepares for a royal tour abroad. Sophie and her husband Prince Edward will mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee with a trip to Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines from April 22 to 28. The Wessexes' tour can be seen as evidence of their boosted profile within the royal family in recent years, as both Edward and Sophie seemingly stepped up their public roles during the pandemic.